ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Yeah, let's do from 29. अनन्तश्चास्मि नागानाम्
अनन्तश्चास्मि नागानाम्
वरुणो यादसामहम्
वरुणो यादसामहम्
पितॄणामर्यमा चास्मि
पितॄणामर्यमा चास्मि
यमः संयमतामहम्
यमः संयमतामहम्
प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानाम्
प्रह्लादश्चास्मि दैत्यानाम्
कालः कलयतामहम्
कालः कलयतामहम्
मृगाणाम् च मृगेन्द्रोऽहम्
मृगाणां च मृगेन्द्रोऽहम्
वैनतेयश्च पक्षिणाम्
वैनतेयश्च पक्षिणाम्
पवनः पवतामस्मि
पवनः पवतामस्मि
रामः शस्त्रभृतामहम्
रामशस्त्रभृतामहम्
झषाणाम् मकरश्चास्मि
झषाणामकरश्चास्मि
स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी
स्रोतसामस्मि जाह्नवी
सर्गाणामादिरन्तश्च
सर्गाणामादिरन्तश्च
मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन
मध्यं चैवाहमर्जुन
अध्यात्मविद्या विद्यानाम्
अध्यात्मविद्याविद्यानाम्
वादः प्रवदतामहम्
वादः प्रवदतामहम्
अक्षराणामकारोऽस्मि
अक्षराणामकारोऽस्मि
द्वन्द्वः सामासिकस्य च
द्वन्द्वः सामासिकस्य च
अहमेवाक्षयः कालः
अहमेवाक्षयः कालः
धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः
धाताहं विश्वतो मुखः
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम्
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम्
उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
कीर्तिः श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् कीर्तिः श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम् स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिक्षमा
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिक्षमाः
क्षमा
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिक्षमा
धृतिः क्षमा स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमाः sorry स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा
बृहत्साम तथा साम. No, I think we should stop with that. मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम्
मृत्युः सर्वहरश्चाहम्
उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
उद्भवश्च भविष्यताम्
कीर्तिः श्रीर्वाक्च नारीणाम्
कीर्तिः श्रीवाक्चरारीणाम्
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा
स्मृतिर्मेधा धृतिः क्षमा धन्यवादः
So continuing the various vibhutis, we need to see shloka number 34. Mrityuhu sarvaharashchaham udbhavaha cha bhavisyatam kirtihi shrirvacha narinam smritirmedha dhritihi kshama. So generally, when a conjunct consonant ksha follows a visarga, visarga means two dots that are there in this Devanagari, we have to pronounce the visarga exactly as it is, dhritihi, then follow that with kshama. Unlike in other cases where, for example, kirtihi shrihi is there. So kirti shrirvacha we say. We don't say kirtihi and then shrivacha. So that's a technical thing. Okay. Mrityuhu sarvaharashchaham. Okay. Aham mrityuhu asmi. Sarvaharaha. So good. When we are studying Kathopanishad, we are wondering who is this Mrityu? Is he Vishnu? Is he Shiva? And all these kinds of doubts if we have. No problem. Here Krishna is saying, I am Mrityu. So we don't have to. If you want to visualize okay. So if you want to visualize Mrityu as Krishna, then you got it. You have a license from this Bhagavad Gita. Okay. And haraha. Harati iti haraha. That is the main word here. Mrityu, of course. Mrityu is the Mrityu Devata. So the Bhagavan, deity of death. Okay, that is well known. Then Sarva Haraha. So he is the one who takes away. Haraha means Harati. One who takes away. A thief is called Hara. Thief is called Hara. Because he takes away. He robs. Now, this guy is Sarvahara. It's Sarvahara. So he takes away everything, it seems. How come he takes away everything? Well, they say you come with nothing and then you will go with nothing. Like that they say sometimes. Okay, that's acceptable. That's appreciated. It came with nothing. We came with a body. Even that body is not created by us, it doesn't really, somebody gave it to us. Therefore, we come with a body and then we go with the body. And the body also doesn't go, it just, body stays back. So therefore, Sarvaharaha, as though he takes away everything. If I thought that there are so many things that belong to me, then that thought will there'll be a rude shock towards the end. Okay. So in an old Tamil movie, there's a song. The song says, if I have a home, then I have relationships. I build a lot of relationships. Home means married, grihastha, right? Only a grihastha. See, griha is there. So a bachelor staying in an apartment and all, it doesn't count. Bachelors don't count. They don't count. You know why they don't count? They don't count as far as transactions are concerned. They count means their only job is to study. Brahmachari's only job is to study. So the entire Grihastha Ashrama will support the Brahmachari. Whatever you want, we will give you. You just focus on your studies. So, but all rest of the things happening because of Grihastha. So, as long as I have a home, I will have relationships. This song says. Then, then if the home is lost and if I end up in the street, what about all the relationships? Everything vanishes. Nobody will care for me. Okay. But then there's one person who will care for me. The song is sung by a male man. Okay. So he says, my wife will come. If I'm in the streets, I will have wife. Then, then what about death? Means the cremation ground. Then he says, the sun will come. Because in our culture, the sun has to come and, do the last rites. The sun will come. Then he says, after that, who is going to come? Nobody knows. Like that, there is a song. So, வீடு வரை உறவு, வீதி வரை மனைவி, காடு வரை
அது வரை
பிள்ளை,
பிள்ளை
கடைசி
கடைசி
வரை யாரோ.
Yaro.
Like that, there is a song. So, because Mrityu Sarvaharaha, and our Swamiji gives an example. He says, there is a wealthy family, wealthy couple, so wealthy that they have so much. And now this man is going to write his will. Going to write his will because so much land is there, so much real estate, thousands of acres are there. And then they find that this guy is not really responsible. The son, the one son they have, not responsible. So they're a bit concerned. But they said, at least for writing the will, he must earn at least some amount of, he must demonstrate to us that he can earn some of this wealth that I have, like that they think that we have. So he said, you, know the land that we own, huge estates are there. You, at 9 o'clock in the morning, you start walking. Okay. Keep walking. So many miles are there. And you keep walking. And as much as you can walk till 6 p.m., 6 in the evening, you walk, keep on walking. Or you can even run. As much as you can run, that much land belongs to you. Okay, rest we will give it to charity because that's the right thing for us to do, I think. Then, so this guy walks, runs, walks, runs. Then it's going to be 5:50, 5:45. He looks at the watch and he says, you know what? This is the last chance I have to get even more land, even more land. So he sprints, it seems. Whatever energy he has, he sprints. And then it's 6 o'clock, he falls dead. Falls dead means not alive anymore to enjoy all this land. So the Mrityu is like that, it seems. Swamiji is saying. And so, I am the Samhara Murti. I am the Samhara Tattvam. You may have heard the word Samhara. Samhara Murti. Of course, Samhara means resolution. But here, Samhara Tattvam. I am that which brings an end to everything including lives. Mrityuho. Okay, then. Okay, all the aham and all you have to provide. Okay, mrityuhu, sarvaharaha, cha aham is already there here. That's fine. Then here, look at this. Udbavaha cha bhavishyatam. Udbavaha cha bhavishyatam. So aham, etc. you can provide. I am the cause of all future prosperity. That's the final meaning of this phrase. Okay? We know that nothing new is created. That's the brilliance of Advaita Vedanta, which recognizes facts as they are. And therefore, this law of conservation of mass, energy, and all, no problem. There is no tiff between Advaita Vedanta and science. Because of whatever is discovered, invented by science, has to follow laws. And we have laws, we have Ishta Devata for all laws. And so we have no problem. If it is Satyam, then that is Ishvara. That's it. You are looking into the mind of Ishvara. So here, uh, I am the potential that ends up becoming what's going to come in the future. And everything in the future prosperity. Okay. That I am the cause. I am the potential. Laptop was a potential. 50 years ago, a laptop was a potential. Some 60 years ago or something, a desktop was a potential. Something you can use the term. 30 years ago, a cell phone was a potential. Like that, potential. Then it became manifest. So that I am that which will become manifest as bhavishyatam, as the future. Things that will help you in the future. Okay, I am the womb. Okay, so we can understand it because no object is made without material. No object can be made. If the cell phone is a new creation in the last so many years, 2 decades or whatever, okay, or 3 decades, we have forgotten that time because we got so used to the cell phone that now we don't know when did we start using the cell phone. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15, 20, what? We don't know. So some recent only. It's not 100 years for sure. So let's say 20 years. So that phone also requires what already exists. It requires material and it requires intelligence to process those materials, to bring those materials together. So nimitta karanam is needed, upadana karanam is needed. And so we can understand this very well. So that potential was already there. That there is a possibility of bringing all these thousand different things together and making one object called a cell phone. Okay? And you know what they have? I told you this before, I think. With what they've done over time is they have started outsourcing all these things. So Apple has outsourced all these phones. Don't think Apple is manufacturing phones in the US. No chance. Maybe somewhere they may. Naam ke vaste. But really they're making it somewhere else, China, etc. And now India. And so what, because it's all outsourced, either outsourced or they have factories somewhere else, and the factories are bringing in. Apple doesn't manufacture chips. Apple doesn't manufacture plastic. Apple doesn't manufacture glass. Apple doesn't manufacture video camera. So many things are there which Apple doesn't manufacture. It brings all these things from so many different suppliers and then puts them on the table and then assembles all of them. Now what happens? Because there are so many suppliers and so many products, the risk of failure is very high. One little thing fails in that so many thousand products, iPhone will not work. Some part of the iPhone may not work. Therefore, they came up with many important systems, all this Six Sigma and all that. When if you've heard of it, it means that quality control. If I can make, if I'm making a product in my house, like a dish I'm going to make, I have full control of all the things that I have. If I don't have, I can buy, and then I can mix how much to mix everything. I decide. But here, there are a lot of things you don't decide. Therefore, this quality control is a very big thing. Anyway, all that is potential. All that is potential, and that is me. Comes out of me. That is what Krishna is saying here. And now there is a this. They realized this China has become. People have realized, oh my God, everything is being made in China. Until now, they all enjoyed made in China, made in China. Now China is flexing its muscles. So there's a mad rush to make these chips. You've seen it in the news. Anyway, all that is there. All because prosperity. Prosperity will be lost if somebody controls one little thing. So anyway, like that we have all these cell phone batteries. Future prosperity, better batteries are coming. Those batteries are being made by, you know what? An element called cobalt. Cobalt. And uh, and 70% of the cobalt is coming from an unknown place called Congo, Republic of Congo. There is a country called Congo in Africa. Okay, Africa, you forgot it, it doesn't come in the news at all. All this Ukraine, Russia, these things come in the news, but nobody knows of Africa. Huge continent in that, there is a huge country called Congo. And then they are they're mining Congo there. China has all kinds of resources from owns a lot of those mines. And you go future prosperity coming from Congo. Okay. And you look at Congo, these people are still ruining their lives, and kids are going into the mines and then getting the mine because $1 they can get at the end of the day. This is their earnings. And so future prosperity, but at what cost? So we should put in brackets dharmic prosperity. I thought about this a little bit. I said, what about this prosperity that comes at I am prosperous as at somebody else's expense? They say rob Paul to pay Peter. They say rob Paul to pay Peter. Okay, this is different. This is not. We can't. That prosperity. I don't think Krishna would be talking about that because later on he will say dharma viruddha kamosmi. He may have already said it, and so for this is dharmic prosperity. We should put it in brackets, dharmic. And so, bhavi kalyananam utpatti sthanam, udbhavaha utpatti sthanam. I am the cause of this bhavi kalyanam, means future prosperity, bhavishya kalyanam. Okay, so that is what udbhavaha cha bhavishyatam aham asmi. Then, kirtihi shrihi vak cha narinam. Like that he says. Okay, so Nari, Nari. Nari here refers to Stri Devata, the feminine deities. Okay. So we have Lakshmi, we have Saraswati. Lakshmi is the presiding deity of Shri, wealth, and Saraswati, the Adhisthana Devata of Vidya, Jnanam, and then Para and Apara Vidya. Okay. Then we have so many devatas like that. Parvati, Shakti, etc. We know. And in our culture, everything in this creation has an Adhisthana Devata. Why? Because we appreciate the laws that are working. The laws that are working, that science behind everything in this world, including a small leaf in a small plant. They say photosynthesis, but even before photosynthesis was discovered, invented, we knew that this is the one that sustains our life. A plant, even animals' life is sustained by the plant, and therefore, at least for that sake, I recognize that devatvam in this plant. So plant science is there, and like this for everything we have devata. Surya devata, of course, what to talk of? Surya devata, sun is the one that supports life on earth. And the way this whole ecosystem works, the solar system ecosystem works, is just too amazing. And so, Devata, Chandra Devata. For us, Devata is very important. So we saw that in the discussion of devatas, etc. And even the body, if you take, every part of the body has a devata. Prajanane Brahma Tishtatu. Before Shivaratri is going to come, and many of you will be chanting this. Prajanane Brahma Tishtatu. So in the organ of procreation, Brahmaji is there. Brahmaji is the Adhisthana Devata. Prajanane Brahma Tishtatu. Padayor Vishnus Tishtatu. Padayoho. In the 2 feet, Vishnu. Imagine Vishnu. Padayor Vishnus Tishtatu. Hastayor Harastishtatu. Bahvor Indrastishtatu. Indra, the lot of strength, and is there in the bahu, in the arms. Bahvor Indrastishtatu. And then what? Jatare, Jatare Agnistishtatu. In the stomach area, Agnihi Tishtatu, because we know this Jatara Agni is so important, that Agni is needed to process the food. So whether they knew how much of this gastroenterology they knew, we don't know. But they recognized this Agni has to be there, and proper balance of doshas and all they talked about those days. Whatever science they knew, they gave it name for it, Jatara Agni. And therefore we have gastroenterology, one separate department. Separate department. And so that department, that is the Devata, okay? That department head is the Devata of that department. Cardiology, head of cardiology means what? Devata. That person, under that person's eyes, all these things are happening in this hospital. Correct? When it comes to cardiology. That person is responsible for everything. Good doctors, proper treatment, proper nurses, care of the patients, post-operative care, this, that, everything. That person has to know everything, has to know. And that's why he or she is the head. Therefore, Adhisthana Devata. And of course, that array, and then Kanthe Vasavas Tishthantu, Vaktre Saraswati Tishtatu, Nasikayor Rashvinau Tishthetam, Nayanayos Chandradityo Tishthetam. Chandra and Aditya, they are the devatas of this 2 eyes. Like this whole list, before the mantra, actual mantra begins, this nyasa mantra is there. Lagu nyasa, purification, and we purify by invoking devatas in the different parts of the body, not body, parts of the body. So like this, this culture is very nuanced, and so therefore, and so that's why even science also seems to develop along those lines also. Cardiologist, gastroenterologist, then lungs, pulmonologist, pulmonology, okay, G. And then what? Then for eyes, slowly the part is very small, ophthalmology. The guy only focuses on the eyes. And then as though this small size is not enough, and somebody is a retinologist. Where is the retina? Oh, retina is a small thing on the back, some screen on the back of the eyes. That's called retina. Oh, that's all. What about the white side, white color of the eyes? He doesn't focus on that. No, for that you go to somebody else. Retinologist. So look at how science is. So no problem. For us, we are very clear about it. Yeah, that's how it's going to be. Anything you look into it, you can divide it further and further and further and further. Therefore, the science will only become vaster and vaster. If there is a word like that, I don't know. More and more vast. There's no end to this. Okay, and so traffic. You go outside, traffic will be there. So you need an inspector. You need somebody who takes charge of traffic. So like that, the person in charge. So we have Ishta Devatas like that, and because the intelligent principle behind the operation of anything, even in not operating, a stone is just sitting there. Yeah, sitting there is also following certain laws, and the stone in a particular shape also is because of various laws. It has some content, it has chemicals, it has carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, etc., and it is a molecular structure. Everything is law. That it should remain like that for some time, that also is a law. Okay, geology. So like this, everything is a law. Therefore, here kirti, fame. See, there's another interpretation to this. Narinam. Sometimes the Puja Samaji has said that among the words which are feminine gender, okay, among that Kirtihi, Shrihi, Vak, they're all feminine gender words. And so I am these, like that, there is an interpretation. Doesn't matter. Either way is fine. Kirtihi, Yashas, fame, fame. Fame is an interesting thing, you know. Some people just shoot up to fame and then drop exactly as how fast they went up. And then some people remain famous for a long time. And like this, that fame is such an interesting thing. That is my amsha only. I am that fame only. From me, that fame happens. Shrihi, all types of wealth that are needed to support life, called as Shri. Material wealth, definitely, and any other wealth also needed, like family, etc. So the subtle wealth is there, and emotional health, that also Shri. Then Vak, Vak. That speech, that knowledge. Speech is equal to knowledge, and that also I am. uh, so that's why Vagdevi, Vani, all these words we have, and she is the Adhishthana Devata, Saraswati, Vagdevi, and I am that Vak, he says. Okay, okay. Kirtihi Shrirvakcha Narinam, then Smritihi, Smritihi. So memory, ability to process, ability to retain something, something of value, ability to retain something of value. Okay, I retained some insult I got some 10 years ago. Okay, we don't bring that here. Smriti, the beauty of Smriti, things that I are useful to me, I remember, I use that, and then I also share it with others. All that Smriti. And Swami tells a joke. This patient comes, sees the doctor, and so generally after everything is over, they're given a bill, etc. So this patient says, well, goes to a neurologist and says, "Doctor, I have a problem. These days I'm forgetting a lot." Then you know what the doctor did? He rang the bell and then told something on the phone. The nurse came and gave him the bill and then said, "Please, you need to pay now." Pay now? Yeah, because later means we don't know if you will remember or not. You may just walk away from. So very smart doctor. I think they're used to it probably. That's why. So then this is Smritihi, and then Medha. Beautiful word in Sanskrit, has many meanings. It can mean memory, it can be proper thinking, and it can mean looking at different points of view. Somebody says, "Hey, you should listen to her point of view also." That also is Meda. That there somebody else can have another point of view, and then you must listen to it, and then you must weigh both, all points of view. You must be able to weigh. That Shakti is Meda Shakti, ability to see the pros and cons of two or three different things. That is Meda Shakti. Ability to interpret something in different ways, Meda Shakti. Okay, all that is Meda. And so in our Shastra, when we study, this becomes very important because words are like that, pregnant with meaning. And so we are extracting the meaning out of these words. the way our rishis wanted us to do, and therefore Meda Shakti is very important. And so that Meda I am, he says, Meda Suttam is very popular among those who are chanting Vedas. Medha Devi Jushamana na Agat Vishwachi Bhadra Sumanasya Mana. So hey Devi, you come to me. I feel empty. My mind is not working the way it should. You come and enliven my mind. You come and make my mind brilliant, alert. You come and tell me when I should keep my mouth shut. I should know. When I should be quiet. I should know all that. When I should process, I should know that. When my mind should be active. When my mind should calm down. Everything, you are the one. You should tell me all that. Okay. So Medha Devi, very beautiful. Let my mind be the way it should be, way it should work, and let it be. Let it shine like the sun. Okay. So this is Medha. Okay. Dhritihi. Dhritihi. Dhritihi means staying power, fortitude, willpower, perseverance. So different related meanings are there. So we saw that in spite of repeated failures, trying to stay focused, trying to do something, despite so-called failure, despite so many things saying, "Why are you doing this?" So this is the biggest problem. You are supposed to. We are supposed to have support from people like us. But if people around us, I mean, but if the people around us discourage us from doing things, whatever, not encourage it. Come on, you should try it. I think you can make it. That's the kind of words we want to hear. No, no, you can't do it. You have never been successful. Nah, waste of time. This, that, if they say, then that's not. But then if somebody says, no, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to try it. Some people have that they're gifted with that. So if you look at the stories of people who invented these desktops and all that, so you will hear the Dell, and before that, TJ Watson, IBM, all these things. You look at their stories, Hewlett and Packard. You look at their stories, and anybody, anywhere, any part of the world, you will find the dhriti. They have a lot of dhriti. Simple idea, but they have something about it. No, this is an idea. I need to hold on to it. I need to pursue it, pursue it, pursue it. So we saw that story of Bhagirath also. So story of dhriti. So resilience also can be a word that can be used. Okay, dhritihi. Then kshama. Kshama. So kshama. Popular meaning of kshama is what? Pardon. Pardoning. I made a mistake. You please kshama karo. Kshamasva. Kshamyatam. Like that they say. In Sanskrit, they say kshamyatam. Excuse me. Please, please have kshama on me. No, that is not the meaning here. Kshama means uh, patience. Kshama means accommodation, accepting things, even though you may not like what it is. And patience also in general. That is being meant here. Kshama is patience. And so that also I am, he says. And so the mother and the son went to a movie. Movie means not this Netflix movie. They went to a theater. So these days we have to qualify movie means what movie and YouTube or what. No, no. They went to a theater, purchased a ticket, went to the theater and sat down. And that kind of movie. Then intermission. Intermission. These days also the movie I saw recently, that Kashmir Files, the intermission was there. So that idea is still there. I think long movies probably still have intermission. Okay. But in India, intermission is a must because most of these movies are long. I think Indian movies are long movies. Until I went to America and I said, These movies are finishing off in 1 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Over. That's it. And we are used to 2.5 hours, 3 hours movies. And the 1.25 hour over. Movie is gone. I said, wait a minute. I spent $10 and that's it. Anyway, so intermission. So this intermission comes, and then these children, they're always anxious about when the movie will resume, constantly asking, Amma, mom, when is this? Come, sure, when is the movie? So Amma said, be patient, it will start. And again, within 30 seconds, Mama, when is movie going to start? No, it's going to start. Be patient, be patient. Then 30 seconds later again, Mama, movie has not started. I told you, be patient. So, who should be patient is the question here. So, anyway, let's translate this, okay? And I am Yama. Use a different word than Mrityu. And I am Yama that takes away everything. Yama, death, whatever you want to say. I am Yama, Yama Devata, that takes away everything. Semicolon. And I am the cause of, and I am the cause of prosperity of those yet to be. And the cause of prosperity of those yet to be. Full stop. Okay. Among the feminine words or deities, devatas, words or devatas, among the feminine words slash devatas, I am fame, comma, wealth, comma, speech, comma, memory, comma, intelligence, okay, within quotes, intelligence, medha is better, comma, fortitude, fortitude or fortitude, I don't know how to pronounce this, comma, and equanimity. I am fame, wealth, speech, memory, intelligence, fortitude, and equanimity. So, and I am death that takes away everything, and I am the cause of prosperity of those yet to be. Among the feminine devatas are words. I am fame, speech. I am fame, wealth, speech, memory, intelligence, fortitude, and equanimity. Next mantra 35. बृहत्साम तथा साम्नाम
बृहत्साम तथा साम्नां
गायत्री छन्दसामहम्
गायत्री छन्दसामहम्
मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहम्
मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहम्
ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः
ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः
बृहत्साम तथा साम्नाम्
बृहत्साम तथा साम्नां
गायत्री छन्दसामहम्
गायत्री छन्दसामहम्
मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहम्
मासानां मार्गशीर्षोऽहम्
ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः.
ऋतूनां कुसुमाकरः.
Okay. Samnam. Samnam Brihat Sama Aham Asmi. Samna means Sama Mantranam. Among the Samaveda mantras, earlier he already said, Sattama, Earlier, he already said, what did he say? Vedanam Samavedos. Vedanam Samavedos. That he said. So he said, okay, now that you appreciated that, among the Sama Veda mantras, I have one special mantra called Brihat Sama, or Brihat Sama. Okay. So there is a mantra called Brihat Sama. If you look up Mantra Pushpam, if you may want to note down and look at it later, page number, I'll send you the number later. I had it 346 or something like that. Okay. It is there, Brihat Sama mantra. Or look at the index, table of contents, you'll see it. So there, that mantra praises Bhagavan, okay, as all pervasive, as the cause of everything, etc. Okay, of the entire world, etc. So that the particular mantra in this Samaveda is called Brihat Sama. Okay, I had it yesterday. Okay, so let me see this. I'm going to play it for you. How do I do this? Share screen. Okay, so tell me if you can see a screen. Yeah. Yes. So this is it. This is it. Just about a minute. About so it's all it takes to chant this short mantra. So that is Brihat Sama. So Auho Itva Middhi Hava Maha E, like that it goes. Auho Itva Middhi Hava Maha E, like that it goes. So he says this is the very popular. People Brihat Sama, all Vedikas will know this. First of all, we know that there is something called Brihat Sama, and they may even know how to chant it. Even the non-Sama Vedis may know how to chant it. Okay. So, Sama Mantranam Aham Brihat Sama Tatha. Tatha, in addition. Then, another important mantra here is that Chandasam Aham Gayatri. Okay. You have to spend some time on this. Among the Chandas, I am Gayatri. That is what is said here. Now you have to understand. Chandas, okay. Chandas has two meanings. We'll look at one meaning now. Chandas means what? It is the rules governing poetry, rules governing the writing of these shlokas that we have seen. Okay, like this Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Okay, for example, this shloka itself. Okay, what does it say here? Brihat Sama Tatha Samnam. So I think most of you know all these things. Brihat Sama Tatha Samnam. 8. So 8 syllables are there in each quarter. Therefore, 8 times 4. So Ashtaksharam. And then Chatushpada. 4 quarters and 8 aksharas in each quarter is called Anushtup Chandaha. Then like that there is Trishtup Chandaha, etc. That rule that you must have so many parts, and then each part should have so many syllables, etc. Those and other rules may be there, and then it's called Chandas. That rule is called a Chandas. There are hundreds of chandas in our Sanskrit literature. And when we chant, so this Sandhya Vandanam, those who do Sandhya Vandanam every day, we chant this, we name 7, just like Sapta Rishihi. Okay. Atri Bhrigu Kutsa Vashishta Gautama Kashyapa Angirasha Risheha. Gayatri Ushnuku Anushtupu Trishtupu Brihati Pankti Jagatyas Chandamsi. Like that we say by keeping the hand in front of the, like this there is a particular mantra. Just before chanting Gayatri mantra, we say this. We list these seven names of chandas. And Gayatri is one of the chandas. In fact, that list begins with Gayatri. Gayatri. So what is Gayatri chanda? It is Ashtaksharam and Tripadaha. Means what? Three sections it has. 3 times 8 in each section. 8 aksharas in each section is called Gayatri. So 8 times 3 is 24 total. In total, that particular mantra should have 24 syllables. Okay. So this Gayatri mantra, that's some of you at least will know. So Om Tatsa Vitarvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. So when you count Om Tatsa Vitarvarenyam 8. Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi 8. Dhiyo yo naf prachodayat 8. So 8 times 3 is 24, including Om. Okay, including Om. Om is part of the Gayatri mantra. So this is one meaning. One meaning. Chandas. But then I already used the word Gayatri mantra. Hey, I just said Gayatri is the name of the Chandas, which is Tripadaha and then Ashtakshara. Okay, which is 8 times 3. That particular formation is called Chandas. But then the mantra, the word Chandas also means mantra. There is another meaning for the word Chandas. One particular formation of mantras is Chandas. Second meaning of Chandas is mantra. So Gayatri Chandas means, it can also mean Gayatri mantra. Gayatri mantra. Now, if you look at this mantra, Tatsavitrvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. So this is a mantra to Savita Devata, Surya Devata. Om Tat Savituhu. There's a word Savituhu there. Savituhu. Of sun. Bharga. May we meditate on the brilliance of sun. Surya Deva. This sun that I see in the morning is really a physical object, sun. But the Devata is the entire science behind that Surya Devata. We've seen the meaning of Devata. So may I meditate on the brilliance. Bhargaha. Kasya Bhargaha? Savituhu. Devasya Bhargaha. Savita is Suryaha. Savita is another name for Suryaha. So, Om Savitre Namaha. Right? Among this Surya Namaskar mantras, we have one of those. Okay? So, Savituhu Devasya Bhargaha. Okay. So, that mantra, there is no word called Gayatri in this mantra. You will not find the word Gayatri in this mantra. You will find the word Savita, and this mantra is called Savitri mantra. This mantra is called what? Savitri mantra, because it is Savitri is Savita is the deity who is invoked in this mantra. But then this Savitri mantra is written in Gayatri Chandaha, right? Because 8 times 3, Gayatri Chandaha. And in this mantra happens to be the most popular mantra written in the Gayatri Chandaha. And hence this mantra has started being called as Gayatri Mantra. Got it? Gayatri Mantra. So So two meanings of chandas. So it works now. The one meaning is that meter. It's called meter. That particular formula, a particular method of creating a mantra, a way in which a mantra should be there is called a meter. So chandas means meter. Among the various hundreds of meters, I am Gayatri meter, or among all mantras, I am Gayatri mantra. Now, why am I Gayatri mantra? Okay, it's already 7:30. So we have to cover more ground here. Okay, if I start, I don't want to finish quarter way or halfway. So we will see that in the next class. Why that Mahima of Gayatri? Okay, we're going to see that in the next class, and then understand why Bhagavan is saying that I am the Gayatri mantra among all mantras. Okay, we will keep that for the next class. ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतङ्गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ